power. Boy power. For the boy. For the boy. Becoming. A fulfilled man. A fulfilled man. Put your hands together for yourselves. The first person you will listen to is here. His name is Anietie Bassey Esq.
Students, good to be with you today. I am sure that you're finding this a bit inconveniencing because it's not your regular routine. Is that true? You wouldn't want to be here. How many people wouldn't want to be here? I can excuse you to be out. So everybody wants to be here. That's why I drove down to be with you. Alright. A friend of mine once said that boys will always be boys. And I said no, I won't take to that again. There are boys in the past that were known to be boys. And they ended up in the very wrongest of the places. And so I am interested in breeding new version of boys. Those ones that will surpass me. I was introduced as a lawyer. Yes, indeed I am. I'm 42 years old. I've been a lawyer for 15 years. You can calculate my age. I became a lawyer when I was 28 years. I'm sure your ages might be between 14, 15, right? So you have very less years to be in the university, where your life will begin to be universal, where you begin to meet people and their expectations from you. And so that's why you're selected to be a part of this class today. And I want to encourage you to allow me to talk to you, because I once sat like this and I was spoken to. And I took those lessons personal. And I am the one benefiting from them, not just my parents. So I want you to know that you're not seated here for your parents, but for yourself. Do you understand that? And I want to give credit for those whose parents are dead amongst us. I know that some of you would have lost your mom or your dad. Isn't it? And you're here. That's how life continues, even without your parents. So I will be wrong, and I'm not wrong, to say that this life is personally lived. I am asked to give you practical advice about your personal hygiene, how you can be groomed, and how I can build you to be confident. I will try to break those areas of concept. Personal hygiene, how you can be well groomed, feel confident, and be a better boy today to be a better man tomorrow. Before I push on, let me repeat what TheBoys, those who are privileged to listen to news beyond our Bible. There is an advocate, he's an humanity. He's interested in grooming family. And you know, family is made up of father, mother, and children, and then extended family members. So TheBoys happens to be one of the persons I like listening to. And he said this, I want to pass it to you so that if you don't get any other thing I'll say today, you will get these slides. He said that on well-trained boys, you can write it down, on well-trained boys, end up in 3 places. On well-trained boys, end up in 3 places. Is that they are in the hospital because they fought and they were injured? So hospital, they were fought and injured. Or they are in prison because they committed offenses and were convicted and sentenced to prisons. Or they are in graveyards because through their violence, they died. So I want to say today that well-disciplined boys end up standing where I'm standing. Let me give credit to myself. Well-trained boys grew up to be well-trained men and they stand where I am today to talk to boys seeking for a way to bring them to also be well-trained boys. Is anybody from who doesn't understand our Bible language? How many people speaking or Yoruba? Okay, I will interpret each time I make use of local languages. I like to bring the lesson home. It's even biblical. Who has ever heard it? Complete. We're going to be teaching ourselves today. I didn't come with any fresh story, but I will create scenarios that will help you to, draw analogies and learn more. What class am I speaking to? SS3? SS1 and 2. You are already big boys. I'm sure in a little while they will conduct elections to bring out the school prefects. Beautiful! And so is the school prefect here. Where? This other man. This other man. This is how to applause. I saw one of the person with a tag, sanitary prefect. Is it sanitary prefect? Okay. Yes. Beautiful. A round of applause too for him. I celebrate all of you for supporting them. And most importantly, I want to use two of them for our lesson, particularly my area. I'm to talk about personal hygiene. Personal hygiene. And how to groom you to have confidence. Please, what's your name?
My name is David Emmanuel Udah.
Okay. David Emmanuel Umoh. I am interested in your person because you will help me tell the story I brought in a very simple manner. Your teachers are even smiling. They are happy because you're the one who was appointed the school prefect. That's correct? Yes. If I ask them why, they will tell me the story I came to tell you. Let me create this. Look out for it. Adults will always love children that take advices and instructions from them. Is that correct? Yes. Why? You know why? Adults who are interested in your life wishes that you grow up and be useful for yourself. So when you take instruction, we are happy. So I think Emmanuel takes instruction. Is that correct? Emmanuel takes instruction and that makes him closer to the teachers. Perhaps not more than any other of you, but that is one of the things that draws him closer to the teachers so that they can ask him questions. And Emmanuel will know that he can attempt to answer that question. I'm talking about confidence. Confidence has to do with the ability, personal conviction, right? Personal conviction in your ability to do a thing. Personal conviction in one's ability to do a thing. When you check your dictionary, it's going to give you more wider explanation, but I'm using a functional definition for you to understand. When you are convinced that you can try to do something, my friend Eke said, dare it. Dare it. It's only confident people that dares to do a thing. You may not know it entirely, but the ability to raise your finger when a question is asked is about the fact that you have something to say. Is that true? You have something to say. And for being in school, each time you raise your hands, you chase away the spirit of stupidity. What have I said? Because stupidity wants us to be in prison. Iyomo ni sue you, itaniko. Ayo ya ni bob ni It's like they come in, man, they come in young. It's only good they come and don't go for. But the spirit of I want to know is in questioning. You question your teacher. Auntie, yes, I don't understand, please. What comes next? Explanation. Isn't it? Each explanation you will have in life leads you to freedom. I have never been here. I was given the address. I drove looking for the signboard or the billboard of this school on the main road. I didn't see it on time. And I passed, I had to go and turn. And my route was to me back to Federal Secretariat. Before I turned, I had to ask, please, where is the BOYPOWER secondary school? And I'm told, sir, you passed it behind. So the deliberate attempt in human being not to ask question pushes us into punishment or stupidity or ignorance. Until I asked where our BOYPOWER is, a young boy of your age was he who directed me. That's another emphasis I want to make. Don't fail to ask anybody any question. Write down the word teachability or teachable. Teachable. From teach, you put able. Close to it is the word bendable. Bendable. If you don't get the spelling, I can help you. Teachable, teach, able, bendable, bend, and able. They all are in the class of being ready to learn. Being ready to learn. Allowing yourself to be taught. What are we discussing? Self-confidence. Self-confidence. And there's a word opposite it. And some of you are the word. The word is called ineducable. Right? The word is ineducable. Is anybody with dictionary? I'd like this one to be defined according to the dictionary. Is anybody with dictionary? They will go and bring dictionary from the school library. Or my host, you have your phone. I'm busy online, so bring the word ineducable. I don't want to just give you, but it means someone. Is it good? Your parable, a parable. Either is willing not to know, or is mentally not fit to learn. Mentally not fit to learn. Either by cause is caused by process of birth. Or I'm not sure that we have any kind of person here. Please, have you seen it?
Considered incapable of being educated, especially as a result of intellectual disability.
So, is anybody like that here? Is anybody who you are taught you don't understand anything like this? Is anybody? You don't keep quiet. You know why? There are special schools and special teachers to teach those kind of persons. But if they are put along with you, they will always fail. So if by virtue of several attempts you know that you cannot learn a thing, better find a way, reach out to me or to Auntie Bassey Valentine. There are special schools, or if you know anybody in your locality, in your church, who cannot learn, there's a special school for the person. Now, go back to, let me complete my line of thought. I am of the view, and so certain, that anybody who wants to become a better version of itself can do that when he begins to make attempts. When he begins to make attempts. So making an attempt. Making an attempt. To have confidence that will help you in the journey of your life. Boys. Hello, boys. To have confidence that will help you, because confidence is very important, because it is the driver that makes you to meet people, seek their help, and deliver services to them. without fear of, am I sure of myself? What a confident person does is, he prepares himself before he steps out. He could be asking his neighbor, asking his friends, or reading through research by himself. So by the time you launch out, you are comfortable in what you want to do. And you do it without shame. Someone can confidently sell physics. I am over. I put them. You know how that is possible? You know how that is possible? It's through power of words, diplomacy, ability to convince people, self-development over time that I can talk you into doing it. So I can meet you and tell you that my heart, my car, can go for $1 million. And you'll be like, why? I saw you online. It is for 20,000, 30,000. Why is your own going for $1 million? And I tell you that it's on a gray hair. I have gray hairs. And my gray hair signifies wisdom. Wisdom born out of the fact that I've practiced for 15 years. And then you put it on, you are a reflection of me. Am I bringing your mind to me? Are you following me? The story is sweeter. I tell you that immediately, if I allow you to be using this car, because my name is ingrained inside, that you are me. If you like me, then you begin to walk like me. And this car will enable you to, move in a manner that everybody will respect you. And you listen to me. I talk you finally into paying $1 million to get the car. What have I done? I've only been able to convince you. I didn't confuse you. Because the truth of the matter is that I myself have made myself somebody that you cherish, someone that you love, someone that you want to be like. So passion is another thing. Passion is another thing that will make you to be self-confident. I once act like you. I have a story to tell. Don't look at your background, but look at the future, because our future is far more better. And the Bible says that the glory of the later days shall be far more greater than that of yesteryears. Do people go to church? Make sure you go to church. Make sure you study your Bible. In 2 Timothy 2:15 says, study to show yourself approved as a workman who need not be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of the truth. And I bring it here. For you to pass your exams, your senior WAEC, that is soon coming, you must make it a point of responsibility to study hard as much as you can. So you can't be confident. I cannot be confident if I didn't prepare myself. Let me shock you. Even though the entire of the students in this school, or the entire of people you can converge in one place, I can speak to them on the subject matter that I'm asked to do. Where did I learn? Personal grooming. You must begin to teach yourself that it is not all that flashes on the television that is good for you. But when you hear someone speak good English, act smartly and finely, consciously, you need to copy and paste. Your brain is big enough, is large enough to contain the world's information. What have I said? Your brain, like mine, is vast enough, big enough to contain the world's information. If only we will be patient to gradually impute the information and allow them to stay. This house was not implanted here, but it was built. It's made out of brick walls, isn't it? The block you see. Each of it sits on another. But there's something that joins them together. That thing is called cement. Are you getting it? Yes. And then those who build the house, they have dimensioning. And they have quantity of water that should be put in the cement to mix it to make it able to fasten one block onto the other. I'm sure this building, if it doesn't even senior me, my senior all of you, I know all of you. But the building is still there. The information is that Whatever you put into yourself stands. Hello? Whatever you put into yourself is a natural order. Whatever you put into yourself stays in there. And so you must be ready to activate God's plan for us. 3 things. To learn new things. To unlearn old things that you realize that they were not correct. Are you with me? Take note. God has given us 3 enablements. One is ability to learn new things. The second one is to unlearn things that we had taken in but realized that they are no more valid or that they were not truthful. The third one is to relearn what we knew before but we forget. Learn, unlearn, and relearn. Say learn, unlearn, and relearn. If you practice these statistics, you will be a final gentleman. You know who's a gentleman? Who can talk about a gentleman? Define who's a gentleman. Have you ever heard the word gentleman? Don't look down, I'm coming to you. I'm coming. What's your name? Udah. You were former president. And I'm happy to speak to you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, have you ever heard who is a gentleman? You heard the word gentleman before? Okay, so you're hearing for the very first time. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. You know why? If you hear a word and you don't take it in, it won't stay. Just what I just finished saying. You might have heard the word gentleman before because he's not a man, he's a boy. Unfortunately, there's no gentle boy. But there must be gentle boy to be a gentleman. And that's why I'm here. So you are a gentle boy. But the courtesy of standing up, to take the microphone from me, answering my question with respect, you are a gentle boy. So a gentle boy is he who is obedient. Take it down. A gentle boy is an obedient boy. The Bible says, children, obey your parents, for this is honor, and for this is that it may be. So, if you want to be a gentleman, please be seated. Former Excellency, be seated. If you want to be a gentleman, you must be a gentle boy. Okay, you okay? Are you funny? Have you ever heard that adage? The palm tree that will bear more fruit when it grows old, starting from the very tender age. There is no magic. And I bet you don't learn today, you will not learn tomorrow because you won't have the culture of learning. And there is no way you can build confidence if you are not a fellow who likes to learn. I read everywhere I go. I read and study everywhere I go. So I brought to you these few lines to enable you to know that confidence is never sold in any stores across Akwa Ibom State and in Nigeria and the world over. I have walked through the stations. I've gone to a few places. I have never seen any shop that advertise confidence. And it will never be advertised. Because nobody can sell it for you. You can only learn and make it yours. So then to stand up and speak the nonsense. None what? None what? The none will be removed through the process and the sense will be left to be. Hello? If you don't speak the nonsense, the sense will not be amplified. If I'm a pastor, you'll be clapping. So this your age is when to speak the nonsense. Don't keep it. So you have to eschew the non and allow the sense to be. That's what will help you. So that's about confidence. I'll summarize it. Let me go and go with personal hygiene. I am impressed that I can stand here. But I know that there are other schools that the boys, the aroma, the smells will not allow me to transmit and go through it. Most often boys are not clean enough. Boys don't mind their dressing. Boys come with dead whites. because they don't know how to wash, and they think maybe they were not taught. These things have changed. A full man is he who can take care of himself and take care of his children and his wife. In all dimensions, apart from childbearing. Those stories that you heard in your community, that men or boys don't wash dishes, they don't cook, that boys don't do home chores, that age has passed. There is what we call fluidity of roles. There were traditional roles that were ascribed to only boys and to only girls. You also know, right? So there was a time this song was ready. Mommy in the kitchen cooking rice, daddy in the parlor reading news. You get it? You know the song? It was to emphasize that boys and daddy can only be in the parlor while mommy and daughters are cooking. It's wrong. You know why? There's a stage in life called bachelorhood. You must live it well by being able to feed and upgrade your personal hygiene. What's personal hygiene? What have I here? Personal hygiene. Okay, try.
Personal hygiene is a way of keeping our body clean.
Straight and forward answer. When you keep your body clean, both physical and internally, because another says, the bush rats that smells. It's not just the skin that smells. It's from inside. Boys, it's high time you know that you must wake up to brush your mouth. Boys, nothing should take priority when you wake in the morning and brushing and washing your face. You just see some boys with saliva marks playing football about 11 a.m. and they can't even shave their armpits. Puberty is a stage. And it must come with all the changes. Puberty is that stage where you just wake up and you start noticing that your size of penis is increasing and you're having hairs, moving hairs around there, and if you leave it unshaven, they keep growing. When you wear your pants, it will be blocking the pants from settling on your body. And you're like, how do you deal with this? And in between your legs, the hairs are also growing. And from your butt, they are also growing. They are signs of the fact that you are getting to adulthood. And nobody will shave it for you. Hello? Nobody will shave it for you. If you allow your mother to shave it for you at age 10, you are a very dirty boy. So I came to tell you that I started shaving myself from the very first movie here. And I'm shaving till now. And I can even line my beard when I don't have time to run to the salon. You are blocking your business. It's something difficult. You can do it. It's skill. You see those things displayed there? They are called deodorants. But instead of buying football and playing football with a smelly body odor, it's good to buy the roll-up. There is something called interpersonal relationship. When people are pleased to share space with you, people are pleased, they are happy to share space with you. Not because you are an expensive person, but because you are a clean person. And let me tell you, cleanliness is next to godliness. Hello? Right now. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Dirty people do not worship God well because God hates dirt. He created us in His own image. And our God is a clean God, both in action and in physical appearance, if you've ever seen Him. So to be a friend of God, you must be a clean guy. Am I not clean? I take time to clean my shoes. I've had it for about 2 years going. Not because I'm driving, but because I know that the white sole is what makes the black to be more shiny. This morning while bathing, I cleaned the shoes. I didn't send my house help because you will not be able to clean it to my taste. Polish your shoes or put wrap in water and clean your shoes. You will begin to hide your leg now in our tent store. Because you didn't clean your shoes. So don't tell yourself, I'm ashamed that I didn't clean my shoes. But today is going to be the last time I will be ashamed that I'm not clean. While in the university, I used to go to Udah to select the OK white students. As a lot of students were to go on white and black. And since it was a uniform, in the university, you must not have one. So I used to go there, I'll pick a few, and then go and wash them. I iron them. But ironing is a skill. It's expensive to pay the laundry guys. To iron this piece would go for now about 3 to 400 naira. One just to iron. You wash to go give them to iron. But I ironed this one this morning because this shirt is expensive. I didn't need the brands for all this. You know, can you see the stuff? So there are things we need to do by ourselves and keep ourselves clean on real time. If I wanted them to come iron this shirt for me this morning, let me shock you. I won't have made my appointment on Passion Level by 8. I've been on radio this morning for 2 hours, 8 to 10. I was on radio. From then I am here. I make 10 lines because I was able to iron this and iron. But there's another thing. Take a look at my trouser. How many lines do you see? Let me stand here. How many lines? From behind? It takes a careful person to be clean. Our trousers don't need to carry 2 lines. You must hold it to this. Sorry, I have one issue. This thing is called loop. When you put your belt. The first 2 on the front of your trouser should guide you to get the line down. When you fold it well, you get the line down. And there's a trouser that fits you and tells about you. This is fitting, but it's not. Don't make me look like an idiot. Some of you, your trousers, you can't even walk. You can't even walk. And if they ask you to climb this place, you will do like a girl, like this. Because you have tightened it. Let me tell you. The male genital system needs to have air. You need to allow it to breathe. That's why God positioned the scrotals outside. So when you tighten your trouser and you're like walking like this, God has created you now have a good walking step. You are not a gentle guy. Are we together? What's my name? Anietie Bassey. I need you to always remember these tips. Another one is your hairstyle. When I was young, my father would tell me the hairstyle I have to go for. But now I'm growing older, bald hair is attacking it. So I decided to go on low cut. If I allow my hair to this one and these products are using, you now see Johnson here and Johnson here. I won't look bad. So allow your body mechanism to teach you what hairstyle fits you with time. Are you with me? Meanwhile, this card that I'm putting on, know which tribe uses it. They have the one that is for. If I put it to this side, it's bachelor, so I'm a married gold. I am very practical about what I'm doing. Fashion is another area of personal hygiene. When you go to the market and buy blouse, which is for girls, and when you look, you are a caricature. You be mocked. I trust boys. We know how to mock you. And then you use Sister Esther's shoe. The shoe that has big, manuals. I see some of you start wearing it. If the school did not prescribe sandals, some of you be walking like this because you are with high heels. Men don't do high heels. Hello? Men don't do high heels. Yes. We do flat because we must be smart. And then, please, boys, you don't have to allow the wax from your ears to fall out before you know your ears is dirty. The body emits bad products. So keep it away from people's sight. your ears, but don't break it because it's very tender. Don't clean your ears when you have your friend around here. You're like opening your teeth and doing like this. You will lose your ears. It's something that must be done in private, because most often as you do it, you want to see what it is look like. And boys, when you pop your nose in the public, don't put your nose after you want to shake me. The hair that is coming out from the nose is for a practical purpose of shielding the dust. But you must not allow it to grow as if it's in the wild. We trim the nostril hair. Some of you are very hairy. Mine are started growing the white hairs in the nose. So if I had allowed here, you see white and black here and white and black under my nose. Are you seeing anything? Let me walk close to the school prefect. Are you seeing anything popping out from my nose? Why? I took them off. Boys, some of you are very hairy. Eyelashes are to be trimmed. You are not gorillas. Eyelashes are to be. You are not what? Trim your eyelashes. It's not just for the girls. It makes you look smarter and approachable. What did I say? Approach, and affable. This school is just boys. Okay, alright. So some of you have already started having admirers that are close to you because they are neat, like school people is smiling. I'm sure there's someone, I know how this thing works. I've been prefect over a period. So if you keep yourself tidy, it will give you the audacity, right? The audacity. It's a word that are used by confident people. It will give you the audacity to talk to people. Because on self-examination, you like who you are. Are we together? The word fine gentleman is a qualification to if you think that gentleman is just an human being. Are you getting me? If you think that gentleman is just a human being, we've gone further to qualify it fine gentleman. It means that the qualities are very explicit in you. Boys, when you want to belch, personal hygiene, find a way not to belch to hearing. It's disgusting. Oh. Boys. Belching. So, the process of eating, from here, digestion should start. Most often we rush our meals. It doesn't settle in. So the gas effect from the stomach is finding its way out here and pops here. And the top of your is that not disgusting? I think it is. And it's opened up by the voice, and we will do it as if it's something that we should be proud of. And then your nails, personal hygiene. There is no use having long nails as a guy. Where are you going to? Learn to trim your nails. I do this by myself. I've done it for 42 years, or call it for about 32 years. If my parents were still doing, have you seen my nails? Yes. Have you seen my own? If I ask you to show me your own now, you have caterpillar body type because you are playing this. Don't chew the nails, please. You are actually absorbing toxins, germs. So you'll be coughing as often, and you'll be treating malaria blindly, and before you know how far you are not even understanding why you're chewing longer. Don't develop the habit of chewing your nail from childhood. I beg you, because if it becomes an habit, remember it dies hard. Habit dies hard. They want to take the microphone from me. To conclude, there are traditional practices and expectations that you have already imbibed. Like these girls that are passing that. You are not a child of God and you are not socially appreciated. Human beings are not birds. It's only God to what a dog. If you want to talk to a girl and you have one to tell her, please can you excuse me? You go to her. It's called courtesies. And that's what you do when you are old. Remember, go and when he's going to leave you not. Whether they are your classmates, you can call my name. Hello, Tessie, can I ask for your Bible, please? Not, hey. I know these things have been around town. You get it? So when you invite these courses, you know where it will play out in your marital home. And you will transmit it to your children. And then again, don't let anybody tell you that you are more important than your sister. Hey, I'm a man, real man. Me, I'm a real man. I'm not more important than that sister standing there. God created us equally. In his own image. The society came and stratified. And the Bible says she is of the lower while I'm on the higher. Have you not had your female classmates had better position than you? You are. Eh? Yes. Hello? So what happened? Talk to me. It's about the value that you put in yourself that makes you different. It's called premium. And the word premium. Put premium onto yourself through these skills. And that's what will define you to stand out. Not about power. The world where we use power and might has gone. Now we do relational skills. Trustworthiness, right? Trustworthiness. Relational skill. Please, I'm landing, so I would like you. Relational skill. Your ability to interact with people and they appreciate you and allow you in their space. So one is when you are trustworthy. 2 is when you are reliable. 3 is when you are patient. 4 is empathy. I'm sure you've not heard it before. I practically drove this lesson this way. Empathy. Trustworthy, reliable, patient, empathy. Trustworthy, reliable, patient, empathy. Empathy is spelled EMPATHY.
Check one.
This is where I want to ground it all. The Bible said, do unto others what you wish them to do unto you. When you show mercy, mercy follows you. Mercy is allowing someone which you think your power is enough to crush the person, but you allow the person because you are able to listen to what might have made them behave the way they do. Hello? So, I want you to grow up to know that beyond being able to add 1 + 1 to 2, which is intelligent quotient. You know that one, right? Intelligent quotient. They call it IQ. Who has heard of IQ? Yeah, please. Others who have not heard. Let me blow your mind. You need to learn. So I want you to add to the vocabularies IQ, you know, EQ, emotional intelligence. I'm sure that that lesson might be taken in the course of the discussion. But landing is the fact that boys will not always be boys because they will grow up to men. They need to learn about how to keep themselves clean and how to build their confidence so that they can be good members of the society. While I leave the stage, my name is Anietie Bassey.
I know you can do so much better. Please, one more time. Thank you. Thank you very much, Barrister Anietie. Please sit down. Do you have a question from him? He will speak to you. Beautiful. A round of applause for that person. So tell us your name and then your question.
Please, my name is Mmanti Umoh. You made mention of removing the age from the most. Please, I want to know how is that possible.
Thank you. Any other question? Let's just take every question. Okay. Let's put our hands together.
My name is Joshua Frekede. I'm answering the meaning of emphasis.
Emphasis. Okay. Another question? Or do you mean empathy? Okay, EMPATHY. Good. The teacher will tell you. Any other question? About how to be clean, about how to be confident? Good.
My name is actually David Gabriel, and he talked about shaving the eyebrows. So I want to ask, how is that possible?
Okay, nail grooming. Alright.
My name is Emmanuel Umoh. I want to ask a question concerning doctor from the radio. He said that removing the dirt from the ear and the nose is not good. So he said, Pastor Anietie Bassey said that we should remove it so we can hear very well.
Okay, thank you. Any other question? Any other question? Okay. My name is David Udah, and sir, I want to ask, you are a successful man. What advice would you say made you successful? And for those of us who want to follow you in the profession of law, what practical advice would you give to us? Shall we put our hands together? Any other question? Okay, there is a teacher that has a question.
Good afternoon, audience. Please, sir, I would have loved if the girls were also here, because what you're saying is applicable to the ladies too. And I teach them this. So I'm very surprised that everything I used to tell them in the class, you're saying it here. But one thing is also tenable, and I want you to explain the more to them, because each time I make mention of them trying to shave or, tell them this thing in totality, they seem to tell me that handling the boys is very, minimal compared to handling the girls. I want you to elaborate to help me know, because from what you're saying today, it looks as if taking care of the boys is even more tenable than the girls. So please, I want you to elaborate to them that the girls and the boys, shaving, hygiene, everything is the same. Thank you very much. My name is Mercy Teacher Mercy. I teach the literature.
Thank you so much. So there's a difference between taking away and shaving when we talk about hairs from the body. Are you getting me? If you do this, you're taking away, and it may have reaction, because as you are drying the hair from the follicle, you can enjoy yourself. And some people's system is very delicate. You can have a boy. So I was talking about shaving. Now your question, and okay, yours again had to do with the ear wax. Recall I had said, do not allow the wax in your ears to drop to people to see before you clean it. The doctor only told you to be careful with your ears. There is no medical implication in cleaning the ears. That's why we have cotton boards. You don't use sharp objects in trying to clean the ear, or what we used to do before we became conscious. The bottom of the Bible, or the cover of the Bible, just put that you're closing one of your eyes as if you are bandaged. You get it? So, but if you use cotton board, or you just use cotton and wrap it, tie it well, let it not fall into your ears. Remember, you're not struggling with the ears. Anything that goes into the ears, where is the UTH? This other side. You will take it to ear and air, ears, nose, and eyes unit. So you must be careful. So in the process of shaving or cutting the hairs, there are small scissors that are sold in the market. They are not that expensive. They are affordable. Or when you go to your salon to barb your hair, the size of the clipper is small enough for your barber, who is an expert, to just put it and take it out gently. That's what they do. Are you getting me? The barber will just say, okay, open, and then he will just use the edge of the blade. Because it's not taking out, it's shaving it. If you allow it, it keeps growing out and popping out of your nose. I'm sure if I check, I'll see carriers of that long hairs in their noses. Sorry, you didn't know, but you now know to the right. You're going to do something about it. Empathy. Let me read. The ability to sense other people's emotions. That's the ability to see, to understand other people's emotions, coupled with the ability to imagine what someone else might be thinking or feeling. It's called empathy. E-M-P-A-T-H-Y. You empathize. When you now ask yourself, I had an appointment with Uko. I've been waiting here for 30 minutes. You don't have phone. Uko doesn't have a phone. So you cannot communicate. I don't know why he's not here by 4 p.m., which was time for your appointment. By 5 p.m., he saunters in. I'm sorry. Most reaction will be, why did you be here waiting? Do you know that we're waiting? We want to have gone here. That's aggression. But an empathetic response will be, Uko, what happened? Why did you keep me waiting? He will now explain. Because you came for his feelings and emotions. Why he didn't arrive on time? Who will tell you I just survived an accident? My keke was run down by a truck. I have this injury. With that, humanity teaches us that you will be looking forward to having where you will be treated and slapping him. Is that true? That's what should be, whether you know or not. So you have to empathize with people, your classmates, your parents are having to go through a lot to pay your school fees, buy you clothing to school, and feeding you. So you can empathize your parents' suffering by helping in their own chores. You go in the morning, wash your clothes, sweep the house, cook for them. Learn to cook. It's a skill. We don't have chairs who are men. I have one who was in government house. I have two abroad. They are earning in dollars. They are men. Whereas we thought that it's woman that should cook. It was a false teaching. Our foreparents were not as wise as we are today. We are liberated generation. Say that. We are liberated generation. I can cook. I can cook. I must cook. And your parents will appreciate you the more. And when your parents is happy, you know what? They give you more. That's empathy. How I have been able to succeed as a man is that I began early enough to be conscious how to relate with people. When I offend people, I tell them I'm sorry. Other people call it being vulnerable or being a weak man. I'm not a weak man, but I'm a woman rapper because I will allow my wife to teach me what I do not know. I will allow my wife to suggest an opinion on issues that has to affect my family. If that is young woman rapper, I am one. I have indwelling peace and patience in my home. I'm not a loggerhead. So to be a successful man, you must be a man who is open and accommodating. You must allow people to feel free around you, not to be afraid around you. When we're growing up, let me cite you an example between then and now. When we hear our father's motorcycle sound going boom, all of us, whenever we wait, we will scamper back to the house. Some of us will go and lie down with dirty legs. The man will go and look and you were not here when you were not around. And they will punish us. But today when our children hear that we are coming back, they run out to welcome us. Daddy, you are welcome. Why? We now know how to relate with them. Because I want them to learn to grow up to be us. We now love them. So while in school, every subject matters. I'm talking about biology today with you that I learned several years and only practicing, and daily I'm upgrading. The subjects, the cases I'm citing here are issues in biology, isn't it? I finished secondary school in 1998. But this thing is still in me. So, when you are taught biology, listen to it. Integrated science, listen to it. Physics, listen to it. In law, I was taught a principle that you cannot place something on something and expect it to stand. Isn't that the law of gravity? That's the law of gravity. And whatever you learn today is applicable in your life. That's one advice. To be a man and a successful one, take every piece of information that comes your way as of importance, because a time is come when you make use of it. And the Lord profession wants you to study always. And don't be boastful. Don't be pride-filled. Hello? Ego is what we were naturally born with, but we can tame it. You know the word tame? You can push it aside because ego takes you away from people. You be a lone ranger. If you are a dangerous man to be lived with, you will keep marrying women and they will leave the marriage. And you won't have friends. Nobody is ready to endure an idiot. Human beings should be really human to share space with people. That's about you. The girl child and the boy child are children. What have I said? It's only body parts that are delicate. As the girls are growing up, they'll begin to have breasts. It's a very delicate part of their bodies. Those days, I could hear people say, when you want to fight with a girl, you should rather stand up to defend the woman. That's what makes you a man. That's where the might should be shown. I will park my car on the road if I see any man beating a woman as I'm leaving this school. I don't need to know the woman. You know why? They are those to support us to really have peace. The women. On our own, we are not complete. On our own, we are not complete. When you grow up, you know that you need a woman around you. Because you're soon growing up to leave your mother and your sister as an adult. The next person you meet is your wife and your daughters. Do not violate or harass any girl. I am a male advocate for Akwa Ibom State against gender-based violence. When we hear that you fought with a girl or you harassed her sexually, those of you that will gang to rape, raping will keep you in prison for life. Raping keeps you in prison for life. You cannot be the lawyer again. Raping keeps you in prison for how many years? Life imprisonment. So I want to see you guys walking about and enjoying your life. But don't always forget to go with a clean handkerchief. That's the sign of a good gentleman.
Thank you so much. Please, let's put our hands together for him very well.